Mr. Rosen, I apologize for our system up here. You can see we've got a lot of cards here, and we missed your card, so I apologize for that. Before you do leave, we need to have you fill one out and have it after we take a break. Make sure you get your card here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You're being very respectful, all of you. And
I also want to remind you of the 3-minute time limit, too.
oh, yes, okay. I do have some information regarding safer communities and safer schools. And I do, excuse me, I do approve of HB101 towards safer schools. Working on a consulting capacity with government, law enforcement, schools, and mass transit, I've done extensive research on school violence, mass shootings, and state lotteries. Surprisingly, there appears to be suspicious patterns from state lotteries directly associated with many mass shootings. Allow me to elaborate. On the day before, or the day after a mass shooting, quite often are suspicious winning combinations from that state's lottery. And even more disturbing were references to September 11, 2001, within many of those lottery results, such as 911 as in emergency, 000 as in ground zero, and other conspicuous results. These patterns of suspicious activity from our New Hampshire lottery has been pervasive for literally decades. And it is the consistency over many years of this highly questionable activity that warrants further investigation. The former Information Security Director for the Multi-State Lottery Association confessed to manipulating the computer software he designed, allowing him to provide winning numbers to his brother and friends. Even after he was sentenced to prison, he insisted the lottery system remained fatally flawed. Knowing that, there is a degree of probability that he might also have knowledge of other lottery games still being manipulated. Our tri-state lottery, New Hampshire, Maine, and Vermont, happens to be member states that participates in those games and appears to be the center of this activity. If my theory is correct, how convenient it could be for the perpetrators knowing that a certain tragic event, such as a mass shooting, will occur on a certain calendar date in advance. They could convey this over the phone or by social media to their cohorts and then play the numbers related to that particular calendar date. From my analysis, I am encouraged to believe these conspirators are working on a national level, influencing the media with subliminal messages to target specific individuals to influence their behavior by TV, radio, social media, music, and video games with negative, malicious messages. It is imperative that we have this investigated. We must not be naive to think that these patterns of suspicious winning lottery numbers are merely coincidental. On the contrary, there is enough convincing evidence to acknowledge that these are premeditated acts to exploit the lottery system and to inflict serious harm on human lives. These vehement attacks on our schools, synagogues, and churches must not go unchecked. I appeal to you, the members of the Public Safety Committee and members of Moms Demand Action, to support my efforts by allowing me the opportunity to discuss this further with you at a special meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rosen. Other questions, Mr. Rosen? Thank you for being here.
Croc TV.